Okay, in today's video, we're going to be checking out the Betopper LPC1818, which is this light here, but surprisingly, it is also that light there. I'm using it for my key light, and I'm using it to splash a bit of color behind me in this video, just so you can get an idea of how this looks and what the colors look like. I think this is actually a really convincing kind of 6400 sort of Kelvin look in the light. And they say it is CRI rating. I think it's got a CRI rating of something silly like 95%. I have to check that out. If it's wrong, I will put it somewhere on the screen. But it's got a really decent CRI rating on this color. And I think just looking in the camera, it looks pretty decent. Of course, I'm being offset with this light hitting this wall and kicking back onto me. But I think the color is really nice. It goes all the way from kind of ambery, warm color, all the way up to 9000 Kelvin, which I don't think I've ever actually seen in a standard light fixture. And it looks pretty decent. I would almost be tempted to tell people that if they were looking for a really, really powerful fill light, say they're doing video and they just need something to splash a load of light into the room, these could be a really, really good choice. But for most of you, for the DJs and musicians out there, we're going to be using it in this kind of color mode. So I'm mainly going to be talking about this today. But if you've got any questions about that, just let me know below and I'm happy to chat about it. But I'm quite impressed with this. I'll probably use these in a music video for this function with as key kind of lights, fill lights if you like. So if you are a band or a DJ, like I said, you're going to be using it in this color mode. And the colors are rich, they're really beautiful. There's some colors that I don't see that often, like the turquoise in this, I think is actually one of my favorite turquoises I've ever seen in a light fixture. You know, standard colors. Of course, most light fixtures, you're going to be able to get these colors by running them through DMX, but just as a kind of standard run through colors, the lime green obviously is really nice. That's what this light fixture is known for. It's got a special lime color to it. I think it looks really nice, and I really think it helps those like turquoises and blues as well. I think that's a really nice addition. It's also got an amber and a UV side to it, so it's going to hit a lot of the colors in the spectrum. I'm sure you're going to see wherever I've made a cut, it's changed color, but maybe that will help you. I don't know. Maybe this was a bad idea. But yeah, overall, I'm super, super happy with both the color of these lights, and I'm super happy with the output. They've got 18 watt RGB LEDs, and they are so bright. We've done quite a lot of gigs with these now. We've used them outdoors, we've used them indoors, small venues, big venues, and they have been more than enough. We've been kind of leaving these up as just 2 fixtures and packing all of our other lights away, and these guys just kind of handle absolutely everything. I'm sure I'm putting some images on the screen now so you can see they look really, really, really good. As just, if you had just 2 lights to hit the dance floor, these are a great choice. I did, in a small venue, have a slight issue in that some people said they were too bright. They couldn't see us as bands. So we ended up having to, well, I turned them down on my controller to start with, still a bit too bright. So we ended up pointing them up at the ceiling and one down at the floor. And it actually looked really great like that as well. So whenever we've been using these as backlights without a controller, which I have done a couple times, we've just pointed them at the floor and they've looked pretty decent. I'm really happy with them. They are a really solid build. I'm talking about kind of aluminium all round. It's got the general, you know, DMX type screen on the back, but it's a really solid build. Solid brackets on them, you know, exactly what you'd expect. I don't think you can complain about the build. I'm sure there are some people who might be complaining about the fact that the DMX and the cables are not built into the unit, so they hang out in these kind of looms, if you like. There's part of me that thinks, yeah, I can see and understand why you'd be a little upset that they aren't plug-in, because it does look maybe a little bit neater. But it's also been pretty useful having that 13 amp socket just hang down from the back, be that for daisy chaining or just generally running something else near the light off of it without having to have some kind of elaborate IEC thing if they aren't IEC powered. So I've actually been running my fan off of these. I don't know if that's recommended, more than likely not, but my fan has been running off of one of these, and it's just super useful having an outlet exactly where I would want my fan to be. And yeah, I've been kind of liking that. One thing I would say is I'm kind of maybe a little bit disappointed that maybe the cables aren't a bit longer. If they reached the floor when they were up on one of these stands, I actually think they would be even more useful. I think less people would actually complain because the plug wouldn't then be in the middle of the stand. But I guess these units are bigger, and for the most part, people are going to use these for install. And I think they are an absolutely amazing choice for an install par. They're super powerful. The color options are just off the charts. And having that DMX and power as it is would work so well if they're up in the trussing. You can just daisy chain them all together. I'm almost 100% that is just what they're for, and obviously it will mean that they're a little bit less likely to have any issues with kind of corrosion or anything like that. I don't think they're rated for outside use. I might be wrong, but yeah, you're going to have less of an issue where you've got these already built in these nice little rubber things. So you might see it as a disadvantage, especially if you don't need all the cables. If you do need all the cables, I've actually found it pretty good. And you could always use something like this, which is just a male and female IEC connector if you want to use a standard power output. And of course you could shorten the DMXs, or even I guess chop them off if you don't want to run them with DMX. That might be a little bit serious, but you can open up the unit and replace those cables as well. So I really don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, let's face it, those ports are where most of these cheap units fail. So having them external from the light probably means that you're going to get more life out of these units, providing you aren't tugging on them all the time. But the little thing that holds them in is quite secure. Off of the subject of leads, I'm sure a lot of you have your opinions on them. I probably see you writing them down below now, but the fact is that this light costs £81 at the minute. I just checked the website, 81 quid for one of these lights, and if I'm honest, I think you could probably run your entire band with one light if you really wanted it. In a worst case scenario, they're so bright. I've got two in here now, and yeah, like this is more, I have no other lights in this room. The curtains are drawn, the blinds are shut. There are, other than my screen behind me, there are no lights on other than these two, and I actually think it looks pretty cool. Maybe I would keep it, but there is one other disadvantage, one not so great thing if you're using it for this right now, and that is you can possibly hear but the fans are running on these units. If you can't hear, I'll record a bit now and chuck it in. Yeah, the fans are not quiet. They are probably on the louder side. I'm going to say it. They probably are on the louder side. I have noticed when I was using my DMX with them though, you know, using my controller, the fans didn't always kick in. So they weren't always on. But when you've got them on like these modes where they're running full power into the chipset, they are definitely on all the time and they are quite loud. So if I were using these as a permanent fixture for filming, I probably wouldn't, just because this is going to be difficult to get out. This mic, actually, I'm using my little clip on because it's just a bit easier. It's actually really good at rejecting these noises, so you actually might not even be able to hear it. And if that's the case, then you might well get away with this, but it's not the most pleasant sound in such a small room as this one. This is 4 meters by 2 meters, so it's quite a small room. I can definitely hear both fans absolutely gunning for it. Not ideal, not ideal. If it were in a large theatre, I doubt you would hear it. If it were in a bigger room, like when we're playing, I've never noticed this. The only time I've noticed this noise is when I've turned the speakers off, because obviously you've got your DJ playlist in between, you've got your bands playing. No one is going to hear this fan noise. It is not an issue for a live situation. It is probably only an issue if I were going to use it as a video light and I needed the audio from the room. If I were using it for a music video, then probably not an issue, because I'm probably against, you know, pre-recorded audio. So maybe it wouldn't be an issue then. But in terms of using it as a studio light, I probably wouldn't, unless you've got enough space to get these far away from you. They are 200 watts though, so like I said, they are more than capable of being studio lights, but yeah, they are just a smidge too loud. I have already said I absolutely love these lights. I've been using these predominantly as backlighting because they're so powerful. I can stick them behind me, we can hit the crowd, and it makes for a great dance floor having a really bright backlight. Makes it look like we're being really, really active as our shadows pass beyond them. I've probably put some videos up now of Tim showing off on guitar while I demonstrate that these are really great backlights. I think that is probably the optimal use for these as a band. You wouldn't want these shining in your face from a close distance because they would just be too bright. These things would absolutely blind you. But as backlights, they work really, really well. Of course, if you're running some kind of DMX programming, you can dim these right down. So then maybe you could use those as front lights. But I would definitely use DMX programming. I wouldn't use the sound to light or any of that. This function I found is quite good if we're just like leaving them to run themselves, where it just gradiently moves through, but it also does a skip version and obviously sound to light. But yeah, I wouldn't have that facing me. They are so powerful as backlights though. You can get away with so little light. Like these two on a stand and maybe some forward lighting for your band, and you could probably get away with that. You just have to be really careful you don't blind people, because my God, the output. I don't think you will find a light with this much output in this smaller area. Yeah, I just think it's great. Hopefully I've shown you loads of video of us at gigs and different situations so you can see what these are like in the real world. But in this room, I think they look quite great. I would be tempted, if that noise weren't there, I would like leave these and use these 100%. I think this is a really nice look, having the color swap over in the background. Betopper were really, really nice in sending me out two of these, but honestly at 81 quid, I would be quite tempted to buy two of them. They're so powerful and just useful for so many situations. And that price is just pretty unreal to me. If you do want to grab a pair, Betopper have been really, really kind and given me an affiliate link code below. Please click it, please use it. It costs you nothing and it just helps me show Betopper that I'm a really good person to work with. So I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I don't think there's any reason not to buy these lights. I think if you're putting on shows, if you've got a theatre that you're trying to spec out for lights, a couple of these would take the place of multiple cheap units. And I've got some diffusion in front of this one in front of me. And as that, it gives it a double use. You can start using it as a video light and it's got CRI rating, which is so rare in these units. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a par light with a really decent CRI rating. So yeah, they're just so useful for 160 quid. Just a no-brainer. Let me know any questions you might have below. Here's a link to even more lights, including some Betopper ones that I would pick if you're looking for a budget setup. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.